Before I begin, I'd like to pay respect to the venerable moderator Seattle, our principal and distinguished guest, professor, researcher, and all the members of Sangha. I am drastically, exorbitantly flabbergasted right now. I am Ajara, proudly representing Sītagū Buddhist Academy. Have you ever wondered why you don't want to pay attention to your lesson? Or as a teacher, do you have any experience, a situation like your students don't pay any attention to your lesson? It's all because of their motivations. Today we are going to dive deep into that problems, and then we will tackle the problems. So, let me introduce a brief overview of my research. This research investigates dominated motivation among undergraduates at SKBA and identify affecting variables of their motivations, and finally propose Buddhist counseling model to improve their intrinsic motivations. So, what is motivations? Motivations can be understood as a mental energy or a force that led people do things. According to self-determination theory, motivations is derived from the Latin words movies, which means to move or to push forward. According to self-determination theory, motivation can be divided into two categories, intrinsic or extrinsic. The former is driven by personal enjoyments, pleasure, or interest. The latter is driven from external rewards or factors, such as certificate, salary, job opportunities, or something like that. It may sometimes contain reward or punishments. So, in this research, quantitative research design was applied, and data were collected through survey instruments developed by the previous scholars. The survey instrument is academic motivational skills and basic psychological needs in classroom. A total number of 65 participants studying at bachelor program in our Sītagū Buddhist Academy were recruited. Data were analyzed through Pearson correlation analysis in Excel. So let's see. First of all, before we see the result data, is motivation important in our learning settings? Of course, it is exactly important, because there are various and previous studies that show academic performance and students' motivations are really and strongly positively correlated. So let's see the survey results. As you can see, extrinsic motivation is very high among undergraduates. Overall mean scores of 5.6. However, intrinsic motivations also obtains a high level of overall mean scores, 5.2. So, we cannot identify whether our students are extrinsically or intrinsically motivated. What we can do is, we have to see the overall mean scores of extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivations. As you can see, students are motivated by extrinsic motivation, which is overall mean scores of 4.6, compared to the intrinsic motivation, which is overall mean scores of 3.9. This indicates that our students are primarily study their course, primarily study their lesson because of external words. So, what made our students' motivation decrease? What do you think about it? Let's see. The psychological needs in classroom. There are 4 psychological needs in classroom: autonomy, competence, relatedness, and novelty, according to self-determination theory. Even though our students are neutrally satisfied with their autonomies, their relatedness and novelty, our students are less satisfied with their competence, which means our students feel autonomous in their classroom. They feel loving kindness in their classroom. They feel their classroom as innovative and something like that. However, they feel less confidence to finish their text, which means which indicate this psychological needs competence indicates that our students are extrinsically motivated. So there are many previous studies that indicate the association between students' motivations and this psychological needs in classroom. So are these statistical data can be applied into the context of our SKBA undergraduates? Let's see the correlation analysis. Here you can see the three colors on this correlation analysis table: blue, white, and yellow. Blue color indicates strong positive correlations. White color means positive correlation but not strong. Brown color indicates weak positive correlations. We can see the psychological needs autonomy is strongly and positively correlated with intrinsic motivation to know, to accomplish, and to experience, which means the more our students are autonomous in their classroom, the more they intrinsically motivated. And also, we should not neglect competence, because you can see competence is strongly and positively associated with to experience, which is the one's construct of intrinsic motivation. It indicates the more our students are confident in their ability, the more they become motivated. So we know the problems, we know the needs. How do we solve this? Let me introduce basic Buddhist counseling framework integrated with 480 Bada and self-determination theory. In the phase 1, we are going to equip our students with wholesome desire, gender. This is designed to improve their autonomies in their classroom. In the phase 2, we are going to develop our students' effort. This is expected to enhance our students' competency. In the phase 3, we are going to develop our student mind to feel their loving kindness, to feel their relatedness. In the phase 4, we are going to develop investigations. This counseling framework is not theoretically grounded on the scientific theory, but also grounded in the early Buddhist teachings. In the Sītagū Sutta, the Buddha recognized one's own action and initiatives. And also, Mahasatipatthana Sutta remains as the core foundation of this counseling framework. There are also many previous studies that show that mindfulness improves our students' motivations. In the Metta Sutta, the Buddha also, we can use Metta Sutta to improve our students' relatedness in their classroom. And also, that Sutta provide ready-to-use counseling strategy to improve our students' investigations. This counseling framework addresses high introjectic motivation among our undergraduates and also addresses critically low competency among our graduates. And also relatedness correlation. Even though our students feel very related in each other classroom, we need to develop their relatedness more and more. And finally, we have to sustain their motivations. In the phase 4, we expected our students to be their own counselor. They don't need another counselors. So, to be concluded, this research contributes a comprehensive and first study of undergraduate motivation among undergraduates at Sītagū Buddhist Academy. Critical findings are that autonomy identifies the most effective variables of our students' motivations, and also competency was identified as the lowest satisfying basic psychological needs in classroom. However, due to the time and paper constraints, this study was unable to evaluate the effectiveness of this counseling model, and also only focus narrow down to the undergraduate or SKBA. So further studies should more focus on evaluating this counseling framework, and also should more research with a more large scale of populations. Thank you, Venerable Moderator, and thank you, members of Sangha. Your invaluable suggestion and question are pretty much appreciated. Thank you, sir.
From Sītagū Academy. If I have the opportunity to see your data collection survey instrument, I would like to see your survey instruments.
You can easily check these survey instruments in various studies. Due to the time constraint, I had no opportunity to present my survey instruments. Also, this is not my laptop, so these survey instruments are not included in this. So, however, I cite their instruments in my paper. You can directly ask me after it's mine. I will give you.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
Hello, presenter. My name is Shankemina. I'm from this year. Now I want to ask you a little question about motivation. Because a lot of people hear motivation. Advice for a while. But after that, they feel motivated. Then they go back to their normal lives. Why did this happen?
When the motivations is one part of psychological behaviors. There are many psychological behaviors, like after we motivated our students, we need to we need to try our student engage in our lesson. Sometimes we are motivated, but we just don't do it. But I don't know exactly the answer. I don't have exact answer for your question, because my study only focus on the motivations and its psychological needs. So maybe they are motivated for not doing anything. This is also a type of another motivations. You can see my presentation is called a motivation. A motivation is also a type of motivations. This motivation means doesn't do anything. This is also a type of motivations. Yes, this is also a type of motivations.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The question, another questions. I have one question for the presenters. Do you feel some modest students, they don't have a motivation in the classrooms when the lecturers and the teachers? Do you think?
Yes, Venerable Moderator. Some students may feel less motivated during their lecture. It can be affected by our teaching strategies and learning environments or something like that. When I take TKD course online from organized by Teacher Record, the share that is certain in our classroom affect our student motivation. So we, as a teacher, we have to take good care of our learning setting. That's why I think students can feel demotivated during our lesson.
Okay, sir, I read that thoroughly teach you 100 papers. How many sodas you mentioned in your presentation papers? I see there's so many sodas.
Yes, Venerable. I cite various sodas.
And there's 50 sodas.
Yes,
many
Venerable.
sodas.
I do some kind of meta-analysis on various previous studies, so I found various sodas since I just put my research at empirical data.
Do you remember how many kinds of reference books do you reference in your papers?
Yes, I actually in my bibliography we do not add number, so I don't exactly remember, but it's approximately 24 or 32. I don't. Let me check.
Okay, he showed the reference books, 22 kinds of books, 2 pages, so many kinds of reference books. I don't know he received thoroughly that kinds of books. I appreciate your presentation papers and our moderator suggestions for you.
Hello, Sītagū. I think this is the end of the session. And this is the end of the presentation of the whole duties. So this is the beautiful things to end with such kinds of paper. This is what I'm waiting for the whole day, sitting along with you, waiting for the primary research from the audience, from the students in this seminar. So this is the second one, and this is so in depth. I don't know how long it takes to complete such kinds of paper, but I think when I read this one, I think this is the one for me. It is like for some students, like hearing the Tamasem Habatangwa, you don't know what is Nawa. You just hear and listen like Dinudangaya or something like this. Because why we need a young couple? There's one important thing. We don't know the meaning. He wanted to say, with this so statistic driven research paper, he tried to present in 10 minutes using over 20 research papers and various types of critical literature, various types of soda and critical literature, and then making the model. I don't know how old you are, I don't know who you are, but I feel it, the weight of this paper. I don't know everybody can feel it or not. I think everyone is in something like this, feeling like this. So this is the kind of the paper we expected. Not much, maybe 1 or 2 in such kinds of conference. The whole 2 days we have theoretical foundations of the Buddhist psychotherapy, and then in the second day, in the afternoon session, we have 2 primary research. One is qualitative, and second one is quantitative. Both are empirical primary research focusing on the real world situation, but this one is better than the earliest one. Because earlier one is my student, I know. I encourage her to do this one, to go outside and find the primary data. But here is the same. I don't know who motivates you to write the motivation. So there's interesting things, but when I read this one, I feel, who understand the M4456 and M3.9 or something like this? He just gave you only one result. Intrinsic motivation in the classroom frame, only in SKB, but not overall generalization. He's just focusing on the SKB, maybe N block, and that is 60, N65. What is the meaning of the N65? You don't even know. There's another beautiful thing of the statistic research. Something like Hiduyam Nawa. This is what I like, what I expect to find new finding. And then even one of my students asks, maybe he doesn't believe what you have done. What is his question? Survey instrument. What do you think you are asking him for the service? But it's a good question because he really wants your survey instrument because this regression check he want to know. So that's a beautiful thing. So that's why I like the beauty of the quantitative research. And then one important thing is in quantitative research, even he is using inferential analysis. Pearson analysis using finding the variable in the SKV setting. The motivation and it is something like A2PC or PC or DTPC or something like this. I explain it in the video. Because why do we need to do the quantitative research? Because we want to know the cause of the situation. If you want to know the cause of the situation, this is the best approach to find the cost, real cost. Maybe there might be some theory that he point out in his analysis. He mentioned very clearly, but we need to know the cost. Something like this. He point out the real cost of the motivation free using SDT, the Western approach, and then formulating the Buddhist counseling model using what is this? What did you use?
80 baht, 480 baht.
480 baht. And then this is also what I really expect to make the frame. And then I make like SDT. Sawa. What is the meaning of sawa? Like Sarabawa. It's not Sarabawa. It means Sawa. Sa is Sanda, Wa is Uriya, Sa is Seta, Wa is Vimansa. You have to make like this. Even the whole 2 days we are hearing ABC or EFG or HIG or something like this. A lot of abbreviation forms of psychotherapy approach from the Western practical perspective. And then you have to also make it like your own from the Buddhist ancient teaching. Using these Sanawariya Seta Vimanta as a frame for the self-intrinsic motivation and comparing with the self-determining theory. And then this is another beauty. This is in the middle of the ruby and then covering with the diamonds. Can you feel it? I don't know. I'm not sure you can feel or not. Have you ever seen something like this? So this is the beauty of this research. I really appreciate. And then at the beginning, our moderator said, don't feel fear. You will never fear in front of the audience eye. So that's what I really appreciate, and I really like such kinds of research in our Buddhist study frame. And then I also encourage other students, because the whole day we have 33 people and 3 nuns, 2 lay people, and others a monk from 11 Buddhist universities across our country. And we have a lot of formation and knowledge. So there's the beauty of our 2 days seminar. And then we have a lot. We have a question, we have answer, we have presentation, we have interaction, everything in 2 days. So I feel blessed the whole day. And then I also feel so grateful to see such kinds of presentation, such kinds of people from the postgraduate level students. It's part of the faculty member also. There's a beautiful things. And then I hope all of you, one day you will understand and 4.7 and 3.9 in near future, I think. So please be ready for the next journey. We have a lot of work to do. Don't only think about theoretical frame, and then think outside. Think outside. Think about the reality, what's going on in our surrounding. So that's why I encourage the students to do more work, and we will appreciate and we will also support you, whatever it takes to make such kinds of people in upcoming seminar or in Buddhist study field of our country. I hope. I think this is what I dream of the paper. I mean, all papers are good, I appreciate, but this paper is one of the kind. So I love it, I really love it. And then another paper is also another additional one, but this one is beautiful. I don't know why the organizing committee made him the last one. Maybe the best or something like this. But I feel like this is the good end of our duties. So thank you very much. Do your best. I hope I can hear more from you.